Nung kino-conceptualize ko, sabi ko, paano ko introduce si Kat? My friend for the last 25 years. Sabi ko, wow, gano'ng katagal na? Sobrang tagal na pala.
More than 2 decades.
Oo. Naging malupit ba ako sa inyo?
Hindi.
Yun yung one example of maybe the company was not very popular to us. Pero tayo yung tayo yung nag-gel eh. So, maganda pa rin ang kinalabasan. Solid pa rin tayo. I mean, I hate it when people say, oh, malayo ka sa akin. Sabi ko, walang malayo malapit sa akin. Give me a reason to go. Pupunta ako dyan. Ngayon, kung tutunga nga lang tayo pare-pareho, di sa bahay ko na lang gagawin. Ba't pa ako gagahastos, di ba? Yun lang naman yun. Kaya, when I do projects, hindi ko na tinatanong saan yung location nyo. Natanong ko lang saan malapit, ano yung landmarks. I'll find a way to get there.
Yes.
Hindi yung, layo sa amin. Wala na. Hindi na. As long as hindi ko kailangan ng passport tsaka plane ticket.
True.
Go! Di ba? Hindi, hindi, kung worth it siyang puntahan, pupuntahan ko siya. Kung worth it puntahan yung tao, worth it puntahan yung gagawin. Kaya nga, when I was doing this project, this passion project, take note, na whenever I do something, gusto ko, say when. Hindi yung, kasi ganito, ganyan, kasi ganito, ganyan. Ayoko nang maraming usap-usapan. I don't like to wait until conditions are perfect for me to do something. I have to make the conditions perfect, kumbaga. It's a challenge, pero what in life is not?
Yes.
Diba? Kung lagi ka nalang magpapatali sa kailan na schedule na, kailan siya libre. Okay yung tinatanong, kailan ka ba libre? Alam nyo, ako, kaya kong tumakas.
True. Pag gusto.
Pag gusto ko, tatakasan
paraan.
ko yung trabaho ko para lang pagbigyan kayo. Pero kung sasabihin nyo, hindi ako pwede kasi si ganito hindi pwede, huwag na tayong mag-usap.
So, since nabanggit mo yung passion project, why do you call it Dirty Kitchen? How did you come up with that? Ba't mo siya naisip?
Well, I've been producing YouTube videos. I have 2 channels on YouTube, which both deal with a certain passion of mine. One is for adventure, the other one is for photography, filmmaking.
Yeah.
But I wanted another avenue. I took a break from both those channels, and then I was trying to find an avenue, another passion of mine that has nothing to do with the other 2. So, one day, nagiinuman, mga magkakaibigan, biglang nagkaalokan ng adobo, nagkataon may foreigner doon sa vicinity. Nagkwento kami tungkol sa adobo, na for each of the 7,100 plus islands ng Pilipinas, you will find 7,100 variations of the same adobo dish. So sabi ko, okay yun ah. Bakit nga ba hindi ako gumawa ng isang kwento tungkol sa pagkain? It's not so much about, I don't want the Dirty Kitchen to be a cooking show. Kaya nga siya, the Dirty Kitchen is more because it's not manicured in terms of production value. Hindi siya scripted. I'd like for it not to look like a cooking show. Diba? Kasi siguro mag-google ka ng mag-search ka ng cooking show. Ang daming lalabas na cooking show. Everyone talking about the dish, how they prepare a certain dish. But for me, the more important thing is what's behind or underneath that dish. How did that dish come about? Kasi Lahat tayo, ikaw, ako, merong kwento behind the dish. Kung ako nagluluto, ikaw nagluluto. Chances are, yung mga niluluto mo, natutunan mo from somewhere. And therefore, I've noticed during my time as a journalist na ang bawat nilalang, bawat tao, kung nagluluto man siya, kung mahilig man siya magluto, chances are, namana niya yun from somewhere.
Yeah.
Na i-pass down sa kanya by somebody. Every dish that is prepared by someone, lalo na kung nangangapit bahay ka lang, will have been prepared or will have had a history behind it. Yun ang hinahabol ko. Yun yung realities ng ano. Yun yung realities of the production business. Now, what I wanted to do differently for TDK, the Dirty Kitchen, is, yun nga, minimal yung production value. I'd like for it to concentrate, to focus more, to draw out more the story behind the dish. Of course, we'll be talking about food. Pero, nakakapagod pag-usapan ng food sa totoo lang. Tayong mga Pilipino, isipin mo kumakain na tayo
Pagkain pa rin yung pinag-uusapan.
Pagkain pa rin yung pinagkukwentuhan. Pagtapos kumain, tatanong anong ulam natin mamaya, di ba?
Oo.
Medyo, hindi ko alam if that is unique to our culture or if there's any other culture in the world that behaves in that manner.
Yeah.
Para sa atin, bihirang-bihira ang sa bawat household ang hindi marunong magluto. Siguro yung pinakatamad na lang. Kaya naisip ko, each household, or if you're talking about the average Filipino household, it doesn't matter if it's in the metropolis or the outlying provinces or in the islands, chances are, meron dyan one member of the family who can cook. And chances are, that particular dish that he or she can cook was passed
Onto
diba?
him or her.
Oo. Parang heirloom cuisine yung pinapass down sa kanya. Kaya naisip ko, ang dami ng cooking show
Oo.
Sobrang dami ng cooking. Kumbaga sa pagkain, nakakaumay na.
Oo.
Kaya, bakit ba baliktarin natin yung sitwasyon. Kumakain tayo, pero anong mga kwento ng buhay nyo? I mean, I'd like to turn the table in that manner na what's the story behind the dish? Okay, it's adobo, sinigang, menudo, whatever. I don't care so much about that. Oh, sige, we'll show the dish being cooked. But more importantly, sinong nagturo sa'yo niyan? Saan mo natutunan yan? Paano mo natutunan? Mahilig ka ba talaga magluto? Anong background mo sa buhay? Etc. etc. Because if you think about it, if you look into the lives of other good cooks, meron dyan hindi nag-aral ng culinary. Diba? Parang siguro nagkataon lang na walang kasambahay, walang ibang gagawa. Therefore, napilitan na siyang matuto na magluto. Ako, yun yung personal history ko Natuto akong magluto simply because nobody will want to cook for me.
Yeah.
Paano ba yan? Ganito maghiwa ng sibuyas, ganito magdikdik ng bawang, etc. 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 So, ganun ako natuto. And I'm sure na other people will have their own variations of how they became, how they learn,
how they became a cook.
Ayun. So, ikaw, anong kwento mo? Paano ka nag-umpisa magluto?
Ako, maliit pa lang. As in, mahilig na akong sumama sa nanay ko, pumuntang palengke. As early as siguro 7 years old. Tapos, pag pinapanood ko siya magluto, she would always give me yung task na yung sa kangkong, tanggalin lang yun. Asar na asar ako noon. Kasi gusto ko na maghihiwa ako. Ako na yung sa fire. Pero syempre, as young as I was that, 7 years old, hindi ako pinapayagan muna. Doon ka muna sa
Parang yun yata yung hierarchy. Ako yung yung Baguio beans, di ba?
Ayan, isa rin yan.
Tatanggalin mo yung buhok, yung yung ugat.
Hate ko yung mag-prepare. Tapos yung malunggay, isa-isahin. Ayaw niya isang ganun. Gusto niya
Oo.
isa-isa.
Oo.
Hanggang sa start ako naman ng mga tita ko sa States.
Mm.
Napadalan kami ng yung ready to bake.
Mm.
Sabi ko sa sarili ko, since Naya, ayaw mo ako paglutuin. Magsa-start ako sa baking. Kasi to, mix-mix ka lang eh.
Ah.
Ayun, hanggang sa later on, na-accelerate na ako. Pinapayagan niya na ako maghiwa, magluto, hanggang sa, yun na. Ewan ko, ever since, gusto ko yung something na you're creating something na delicious na na-appreciate din ng mga people that you love. Yun yung parang addicting sa akin siguro.
I will have to agree on that point kasi ako pag nagkakaroon ng chance na makasama ko yung mga anak, wala akong gagawin kundi magluto.
True.
Kasi sila, for one, kilala nila ako na nagluluto. For another, nami-miss nila yung luto ko kasi ilang taon na ba kaming hindi nagsasama, di ba? So for them, and for myself, it's a special occasion pag ako nagluto para sa kanila. So, merong magic ingredient ng malasakit, ng pagmamahal dun sa dishes na ginagawa ko.
Cheers tayo
Di ba? Parang kahit anong sangkap yung ilagay mo doon, kung wala yung the love part.
Sa akin nga, lagi kong, for me, every dish na ginagawa ko, kasi hodang ginisang sardinas lang yan, a little bit of my soul goes to that dish na yan. So, food. So, it's a big thing sa akin pagka may kahit isang tao nagsabi lang masarap.
Mm.
Masaya ko na nun. Iba siyang, certain high for me.
It's a sense of fulfillment kasi when people enjoy your creation. It's your creation, then when people appreciate and enjoy it, iba yung fulfillment na nararamdaman mo eh. So that's why I get into it. That's why hindi ako aral sa pagluluto. Pero I can manage, I will get by, I will survive in the kitchen.
Yes.
So more of a survivalist yung background ko as a cook rather than school na aral na ito, ganito, ganyan. Although minsan pag-aaralan mo din, bakit ganito yung ihahalo mo instead of this particular ingredient. So, along the way, natututunan mo na lang din.
True.
Pero na-refine din kasi yung parang hindi refine eh. Kasi sa bundok kami natutong talagang mabilisan eh. Bumabagyo na eh kasi sa mountain province. 9 months in a year bumabagyo. So habang nandun ka sa camping, babagyuhin ka, mamamatay yung apoy. Ikaw nagmamadali ka magluto. So yun yung mga adventure namin. And that brought an added challenge to the At the same time, gumagaling ka eh. Kasi under pressure ka magluto.
Oo.
Ayun. Yun ang history ko as a kitchen person. Kaya babalik tayo dun sa title, The Dirty Kitchen, because ano ba yan? Do we say na merong dirt in the kitchen? But more of the raw, unadulterated
Yes.
truth behind one, mainly the person, and then the dish.
Yes.
So hindi ko siya totally matawag na cooking show.